legendary priest at the Body-Xtreme booth. How do you find Germany, first of all?
I like it. You know, I've been here once before, but this is my first time I've ever come to FIBO, so it's not bad. I like coming to any type of expo where you get to actually meet the fans, and you know, competing. You know, people know how I feel about competing. I like it a little bit. Don't really like it a lot, but I love meeting the fans. So that's the main reason I got into bodybuilding, was to meet the fans and hang out with them. So something like FIBO is a great opportunity to do that. So I've been having a good time. Feet are sore and I'm hungry, but still having a good time.
Still hungry? So you were famous for being very, very massive in the off season, and you look quite lean, I think, for a guy who's doesn't competing anymore.
Yeah, I guess getting older and that sort of thing, but too, you know, normally when I'm traveling I never eat a lot. You know, this morning I had breakfast and I've had one...
How much breakfast was it?
No, I didn't have a lot, just a couple of eggs on toast, bowl of fruit, yogurt, and that's about it. Then I had a sandwich about 2 o'clock, and that's all I've had today. So yeah. I'll have dinner tonight. That's how it's been the last 4 days, like 3 meals and no training at all. So it'd be good to get back home and get back on regular eating again. So
is competing anymore in your mind? Would you like to do a comeback?
Yeah, I'm going to do October 29th in Southport, England. I'm going to do the NABA Pro Universe. So,
okay, so
as long as I don't...
IFBB shows anymore?
No, not for a while.
I guess I get a lot of trouble with them.
I don't really get in trouble. It's just because I've always spoke my mind, and you know, when I've ever spoke out against bodybuilding or the IFBB, I've always done it in a way that, you know, I just say what's on my mind, and it's the same thing other people are thinking, but I say it, and you know, I just want to see the sport get better. I want to see the sport grow for young people coming into it, and at the moment, I just don't think the IFBB is doing that for the athletes or the fans. They're just treating them like shit, and I don't want to be competing with people that treat fans and people and competitors like crap.
There's an interesting thing because you got a new contract with a magazine, or is it an internet website? For Lead Priest Uncensored? You can tell something details about that?
Pretty much now I'm signed with VPX Supplements and VPX Sports. VPXSports.com has a forum on there where people can contact me and ask me questions. I post on the board, and once a week John Romano and I, who's also outspoken, we have a radio show on there once a week, so we talk about bodybuilding, what's going on, the politics in the sport, the good, the bad, the ugly, but you know, it's a radio show where we're not censored by anyone, so we can say what we want to say without the fear of being suspended or reprimanded and stuff like that. So if you want to hear the truth about a lot of stuff, you should tune in and listen.
Was this the main point of the contract, that you was able to say what you want, the Priest Uncensored?
Well, pretty much. I was with MD before for quite a few years, and then when my old contract expired, I got a new contract, and the new contract had so many clauses in there and so many rules that I wasn't going to re-sign it, because you know, MD years ago used to be no bull, and MD used to print the truth, and you know, I used to ask Steve about sponsoring shows, Steve Blackman that owns MD, and he said they'd never sponsor contests because MD likes to stay impartial, but now MD does sponsor contests, and MD's pretty much in bed with the IFBB, so if you say anything negative about the sport, bodybuilding, the IFBB, you get in trouble. So I just, you know what, I'm not going to go through that crap. I like people to hear the truth, and like I said, there's good and bad truth, but at least just be open about it. Don't lie and push it under the carpet, and don't treat the fans and the paying people who come to watch these shows, don't treat them like they're stupid. Just, you know, be upfront with them.
You were watching the pro show yesterday?
Well, I saw the decision online, and I said I've seen some photos, and I think it's a funny decision, but so when I saw him, I'm just like, you know, the placings were funny, but I just don't see how you can have those placings when they only got, like, what, the top 5 got 1 call out. It's like, you know, if you're going to...
Very quick prejudging.
That's what I mean. If you're going to compare athletes...
The fastest prejudging in the history of the IFBB Pro Contest.
Exactly. So it makes it seem like it's predetermined. If you're going to compare athletes, you've got to compare the whole top 5 with one another. You just can't look at them once and go, okay, he's first, second, third and fourth. I said, you know, to the athletes who put all that hard work in, diet and the sacrifice, travel, you know, over here to Europe, wherever they come from, other parts of the world, I said, judge them fair. Don't just treat them like, yeah, okay, thanks for coming, and then piss off type thing, you know. You know, give them some respect.
You're right. So stay the way you are, and thank you for the interview.
Thank you.
Legendary Lead Priest.